Hey, this is Notser, and we are in the Tier 6 Soviet cruiser, Budyonny. It has 9 152mm guns, 10 torpedoes, 30 AA guns, a surface detect of 12.7 kilometers, top speed 35 knots, total health 30,800. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, superintendent, and demolition expert. We are on the map Strait, and be prepared to witness something that I have never accomplished in my history of playing World of Warships, which is over a year at this point. It is really exciting. This game is worth every second. Now, we are engaging the New York, and I'm swapping in and out between AP and HE, just trying to find any bit of damage at this target at long range. He, of course, is engaging us at long range as well. And we're a Soviet cruiser, so it's going to be long range, and I'm trying to avoid every single shot that's incoming. I also have what looks like 3 allies that spawned to the north side of the map. We're at a little bit of a disadvantage. There are 8 friendlies in the south side of the map, with just 4 trying to defend our base. And I'm going to guarantee that there are more than 4 attacking us. There are 3 enemy destroyers that are unseen. But for now, only thing I care about, getting damage done at long range and avoiding incoming. Now, HE seems to be working a little bit better against these targets, but I would prefer a cruiser that I can penetrate. And we get one. The Nuremberg decides to show a perfect broadside. I fire HE, and then I swap to AP. I really made a conscious effort to select the correct ammo type whenever possible in this game, and I think it paid off. Some of you have been noticing, you're getting a little lazy sticking with AP against destroyers in a battleship. I know. I should switch to HE if I am committed to trying to take out the destroyer. But sometimes I feel like, he's just going to go hidden the next 5 seconds, and then I'm going to have HE loaded for no use. Oh, nice. We get a Citadel against the Nuremberg. That's about 4,000 points of damage. Can we get another one? It looks good. He hasn't decided to. Yeah, we did a little bit of an incapacitation. And it's really on him to angle his ship better. Anytime you are in a situation where someone is showing attention, you've got to reduce the damage you take. I am guilty of being a little bit too aggressive, showing a perfect broadside in order to have all guns firing on the target. Maybe the better decision would be, let's just use a gun that is available and have great angling. Perhaps there will be an opportunity later to engage the target with all guns, but for now, I need every hit point I can muster, because I think this game's going down pretty rapidly. There's just nobody here. We've already lost 2 ships, 3 ships. Oh, this is terrible. We might actually lose because the enemy has just killed more ships than we have been able to. I mean, if they kill 5 more ships, it's over. And that's 8 people. That's all the south. And the south doesn't look like it's having any more success than the north. But at least I'm pretty healthy. They haven't really hit me once. They have fired on my position, but I've been attempting to dodge every shot. Now, this Nuremberg is showing a broadside, or moving into a broadside. This might turn out pretty good. Oh yeah, 9,700 points of damage. Oh, what? There's an enemy destroyer, but he's near his max range. So, since the threat of torpedoes is real, I choose to use my hydroacoustic. I love hydroacoustic. I'm so sorry that I was so disinterested by the skill for so long. It's great for my playstyle. I'm really aggressive. I like to go after destroyers. And what do destroyers love to do when you're trying to get within their detection? They like to torpedo you and stop your advance. Well, with Hydro, I know exactly where you're sending your torpedoes, and as long as I can perform the necessary course corrections, I should never take a torpedo. Now, the Nuremberg has decided to hide. That's okay. That's fine. We can still engage a target. We know that there's a destroyer close by, and I pinged it out. I told my team, and they're not very happy. It's just going all wrong. And there he is. Okay. He's the only target I care about. I unload AP, and I swap to HE. You notice the AP does absolutely nothing against him. And here come some more torpedoes, but Hydro scouts it out. There's no threat to my ship. Just pay attention. And we try to lead the target, but he pops a smoke. He doesn't go all the way back towards the left. It ends up being a complete miss. And the smoke is actually blocking anyone who would scout, but now we're detected. So that either tells me that the destroyer is close to the edge. Yeah, there he is. Okay, we can engage him. Oh, the Kirov also shows up. He was showing a perfect broadside. We get 3K with HE. That's good, that's good. But I swapped to AP because I feel like the Kirov is a juicier target in a broadside situation. Oh, yes! That's a lot of damage to him. We did 2 citadels. We defended the base, but that's irrelevant. There's no way he's going to take the base as long as I'm here. I send my torpedoes. The 4-kilometer range torpedo. He's going to get a perfect broadside on us. Oh, that hurts. He disappears. Come on, show yourself. He also sent his torpedoes, and I'm just using the speed of the cruiser to outpace those torpedoes. And of course, he shows up right as I swap my attention to the destroyer. So I unload my AP, and I'm going to stick with AP because I sort of want to bait the kid off to assuming I'm going after the destroyer. Clearly, I'm firing on him. There's no reason he would think I have any interest in his ship whatsoever, but that's the real trick. I want him to show his broadside. I'm going to swap my back gun and try and kill him outright. Remember, I don't need all my guns. I just need citadels, and the back gun is more than enough to kill a target that is perfectly broadside. So I rotate my back gun, set up a waterline shot, and we fire, and we say goodbye, Mr. Kirov. See you later, Tier 5 Soviet cruiser. Tier 6 Soviet cruiser, far superior. We're still really far behind, though, and I caught sight of the destroyer going south. Okay, the aircraft carrier is able to scout it out. There's a friendly battleship, I believe, and he's out in the open against 3 or 4 targets. There's no way he has any chance of getting out of that. So what I'm going to try and do, I want to head back north, maybe do a little bit of damage to the destroyer, the battleships, maybe even the cruiser, and see how well that works. There's no reason for me to go south. The enemy is on our doorstep. If I don't defend the base, who will? We only have 1 cruiser there. He can't possibly fight off the hordes that are attempting to attack it. And it looks like the destroyer is headed back towards our base. It's a good thing I didn't just give up on the north. And I expect to encounter the destroyer. I have HE loaded. At least I'm going to try to. I really would prefer to kill him. He's a huge threat, and he's nearly impossible to catch unaware in a Soviet cruiser. But first, that's the Nuremberg that we did a lot of damage to earlier. And he's very, very low. I'm going to try and engage him. I only need just a little bit of chip damage, and we get a little bit, not all. I try and lead him again. I have HE loaded. There's no reason to worry about having AP. He has so little health. I just need any bit of damage. Just a little bit more. 3rd time's a charm, right? And that enemy destroyer shows up. We have to pay attention to him. But you know what? We get the kill on the Nuremberg. So we have HE loaded. We're going against the destroyer. He tries to send torpedoes, but we're nowhere near them. Hydro is now available, and I'm going to use it. It'll last for 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's about 3 cooldowns of his torpedoes. But I didn't expect that the enemy New York would be engaging me. This is a little bit too dangerous. I'm showing a perfect broadside, of course. I need to sort of retreat. Maybe we could get a little bit more damage in the future, and I can come back. There was also a threat to my friendlies, the aircraft carrier and the battleship just south of my position. So as I'm trying to move back, maybe limit the number of ships that can engage me, I'm also going to be firing HE at the New York. And again, he's choosing to fire on my position. We heard the torpedo alarm. I can't pay attention to it. I need to do damage to the target. And I don't think it's going to be close. Don't want to pull a Notser. You want to end a game real fast? You run into an island. Our HE doesn't do significant damage. I think he used damage control to put out the fire. Come on, let's get him lit up. Let's kill him. We need him out of the match. I switched to AP because I see, hey, he's showing a full broadside. We should be able to kill him. We actually lit him up. Maybe I didn't need to switch to AP because now he's angling against me and it does almost no damage, but that fire is going to stick for the full duration. Oh, the destroyer's back. And I think that dive bomber is incoming to my position, so I don't want to go directly at him. We kill the enemy New York. The enemy kamikaze shows up. We've got to take him down. And he sends his torpedoes. I've got HE loaded. I unload my front guns and we kill him outright. He might have... Okay, there's one more set. There is a third set that he could potentially use, and I think it's actually in the water right behind. No, that was just a graphic. Okay, we're cool. He's gone. But here comes an Isokaze. He's going to threaten my aircraft carrier. We need to keep him alive. He can die pretty quickly, so I've got HE loaded. We do 3,600. All right, that's great. 2 more salvos of that, and he's dead. Now, I only have access to my front because I'm trying to avoid taking any fire from the ships behind me. But the front guns do adequate amount of damage. And maybe 1 more salvo, maybe 2. He could potentially send torpedoes, but I think he sent them. There we go, we got a kill. Kraken unleashed. And there are a couple cruisers that are low. Here come the torpedoes. Fit inside, fit inside. Enemy Nuremberg, he's very low, very low. I unload my HE and I swap to AP because he's showing a perfect broadside. They are completely distracted by the Bogue, which is just a loot pinata to them, but they should really pay attention. Yes, we took him out. First salvo. He had no time to react, and we've got your little friend here, that Alba. My AP has your name on it. Oh, just barely not enough. So close to a double strike, but this should finish him off. I just need a little bit of damage. There we go. He sets us on fire, but we have damage control. And somehow we have 7 kills. Over half of the enemy team has died to our hand. And for most of the game, I was just going after the biggest threat at the time. The destroyer, obviously, was very close to my ship. I would love to kill it, take out the torpedo threat. Those cruisers were showing perfect broadside. Makes sense to fire your AP. You do significant damage. And they were trying to attack my aircraft carrier. They were completely ignoring the danger to their ship. And that was a huge mistake. I realize that aircraft carriers are big, juicy, easy targets, but you can go after them at any time in the battle. You need to stay alive, and I think those 2 cruisers forgot that they needed to stay alive. Maybe they felt like the game was already won because my team was so far behind. But clearly, the game was not won. And now, there's only a lone aircraft carrier on the enemy team. There's absolutely no way that I'm going to allow him to live. We've got 7 minutes left in this game, and I have matched the most kills I've ever earned in a battle. Can we get 8? 8 would be fantastic. So there's the enemy. I pinged it out. I said, hey, I think he's over there. I saw him when the friendly was fighting the New Mexico. And sure enough, that's exactly where he was. And he is a Bogue, which is a very slow aircraft carrier. Not going to be going very far. I have a scout aircraft, which is great for this particular situation, and not much more. I'm just trying to get close enough that it will be effective, and sure enough it is. We try and lead the target. It's a very long shot. I actually will be reloaded before the shells even come into frame, so I need to compensate after the fact. Every other shot is going to give me information, and we get a citadel. Nice. And I didn't really lead him as much as I'd like with the second salvo. The third salvo might be a little bit behind him, and we're just trying to get any bit of damage. Oh, just barely. Water splashing on his deck, but not enough to kill him. And it looks like he's actually slowing down. Maybe he thought I was going to lead him, and the friendly Kirov leads him a little bit too much as well. But this one looks good. This one looks like it's right on target, and sure enough it is. We take out the enemy aircraft carrier, and we get our 8th kill. I have never done that before until just now. We earned Kraken Unleashed, 8 kills, 10 citadels, 4 fires, almost 400,000 credits earned, 2,256 base XP in a tier 6 match. Just great. We did around 80,000 points of damage, and this was a tense match for me. I felt like I had to carry, I had to make up for the losses that my team sustained early on, and we eventually were able to do it. However, it was a lot of ships to take out. I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I did. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.